Hello, welcome to Tech Bike Pods. Today we're doing a video on fitting our new slip-on silencers to the Street Twin. I just want to do a quick comparison before we remove them from the bike. We're going to do a dB measurement and a quick run-up of them on the bike to see what they sound like. And we'll run the new ones at the end and we'll do a back-to-back comparison so you can see what they sound like compared to the stock silencers. So here we go, I'll fire it up. Right, so we need to remove the standard exhaust. Fairly straightforward, but there is a couple of little tips I can give you here. First of all, you just need to remove the clamps where they clamp onto the front pipes here. That's fairly straightforward. But Triumph, on these rear foot pegs, have fitted a nylock nut, and as you try to remove it, the whole bolt turns. Now really the only way you can do that properly is to strip this down and put an Allen key in the end. But normally you can get away, if you just get a small screwdriver and wedge the bolt, you can get it off. Now that saves a lot of messing about with the foot peg. So you whip those off. Now on the right hand side that's all you need to do, but on the left there is an extra mount, and I'll show you why there is an extra mount on the left. So that's off there. On the right hand side here on the front pipe, Triumph have got it rubber mounted to the frame here at the bottom to stop it moving around. Now on the left hand side of the bike, again you just take this mounting off again and the clamp, but there is this extra mounting underneath here that comes off the silencer onto the frame. This is because this pipe here doesn't have any mounting to the frame. Now if you just bolt some silencers on, like I've seen other people selling slip-on silencers, this pipe will eventually work its way loose out of the centre cat box and blow out, because there's nothing stopping this wobbling around. So it's very important that any pipes you have an extra mounting here. Now we supply an extra bracket and a rubber mounting to go in there with our pipes, and I'll show you how to fit that in a moment. Anyway, we'll get this one off and then we'll move to the next stage. Okay. So this is the Tech slip-on silencer that we supply. It comes with a little bolted on bracket on here. They're not normally tight, so before you start fitting it, if you just nip that up. Now I have specially designed this bracket so you have got a bit of adjustment in it. It will flex that way, and it will also flex in and out, so you can get them perfectly positioned on the bike. It will not move backwards and forwards or up or down. It's designed to be perfectly rigid in those respects, but you can get a little bit of fitting leeway that way in and out. So you need to put your clamp on.
Mind, they're very nice looking clamps.
Stainless steel, yeah. You need to put it on so the bolt's at the top, because this bracket here needs to fit onto that nut there like that, with the 6mm nut that's in the kit. And we also need to fit this little rubber bobbin into the hole in the frame.
So that goes in there, does it?
Yeah.
Sorry about this, the light should come on, but doesn't want to play.
I think it's probably light enough, isn't it? So this bracket goes on. It's got a very slight different offset both ways, so if you find it doesn't fit one way, just flip it over and fit the other. So you need to take the rubbers out of the old silencer
They just pull out, do
They
they?
just pull out. And pop them back into the new slip-on. With the metal bit on the inside. So that just slides onto there, like that. You see, that fits there perfectly, but if you do need any little bit of in and out leeway, the brackets are designed to bend a little bit. And just pop your footrest back in through the hole. And if you just pop the M6 nut onto the bottom of there, the clamp, once you've tightened it up,
Where's the M6 nut go?
it goes on the end of this bolt that goes through. So you need to tighten the bolt up first, and you'll see some thread start to appear at the bottom.
Just let me oh yeah, right. Oh, the light's working good.
And then you just pop the nut on the bottom of there, and this keeps all this rigid from moving around, but it also gives it a little bit of movement on the rubber. Okay, so I'll tighten all that up and move on to the other side. So that's the fitting all tightened up where it should be. We've got a washer and a 6mm nut come through this clamp. So you tighten the clamp up first, then you tighten this nut onto the bracket, and then the bracket onto the rubber there, and it's really solid there now. But it does have a little bit of movement on the rubber, and it stops this pipe working loose from and possibly damaging the cat. This is all tightened up again. That's ready to go this side, and I'll show you on the other side. We'll fit the right side now, but just a few words about the slip-ons. First of all, they do come marked. If you want to get a close in of that, Peter, which should keep the law happy that they are legal for use on a Triumph Street Twin.
Yeah.
Now, we supply them without the baffles fitted, but they do come with a baffle and a clip, which just pops into the back there if you want to be back down to stock sound again. These will take you back probably even a little bit quieter than stock. So if you have any problems with getting it through a test or anything like that, just pop those back in. But they're easily fitted and taken back out again. So to fit this one, it's really straightforward. Once you've fitted the rubber in, oh, actually, I'd let you feel the weight of that, Peter. Let you feel how light it is.
God, that is
Yeah.
very light.
Yeah, compared
to the other one?
yeah, feel that alone weighs more than,
Jesus.
it's probably
That's
three times the weight of that.
Definitely, at least twice the weight.
So
And again, I assume you get this rubber from the other exhaust.
yeah,
used to the
I've
exhaust.
just taken that out the other side, so we just line that up again there. Pop this back in. Takes a bit of jiggling about. It's always more awkward when you're doing it on camera.
Oh, guaranteed.
So
There she goes.
pop your nut on. And if you use the little trick I showed you before with a small flat bladed screwdriver, just to wedge that up, it stops it spinning while you tighten that up.
It's a neat trick, so he's having to dismantle the
Yeah, well, what
peg
happens?
from the bracket.
What happens when you take the peg out? There's a ball and spring in there, and it tends to go flying across the garage. You never have to be seen again as well. So I'm always reluctant to take the foot pegs apart. And it's a fiddly old job getting the pin and spring back in again. And there you go, that's it nipped up. Just a matter of tightening the clamp bolt up, put the clamp so it's out of sight a bit.
And obviously this one doesn't have an additional bobbin because
No, because
it's already got the
this
mount.
pipe's rubber mounted to the frame,
Yeah.
so you don't have to worry about that. Well, nice and tight. And that's it. Like I say, if you do need any fine adjustment, you can bend this bracket a little bit in and out, so you can get them both looking exactly the same from the back. They don't look too bad there. As you can see,
Much neater.
they're much neater. The end at the axle, which proportionately wise on the bike, looks much nicer, and they're a perfect match if you want to get a closer look there
Oh, yeah,
for the
look at
actual
that.
front pipes. So they look like the factory.
Literally, yeah. And you've got the added advantage of the removable baffle here.
Yeah.
So you can either be quiet or
A little bit louder.
a little bit louder. Just have a
Okay.
quick look at it. Just come around here.
Okay, so we're going to do a like for like sound test outdoors now. The pipes are on. Now they're not hugely louder because you can't make them too much louder with the cat installed, and also you want to try and keep them somewhere near legal as well. So we'll start them up. What you will feel is that they've got a much deeper tone to them altogether.